Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Taurus Truth Tarot, where we are all Taurus all the time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. My name is Shannon Colleen. I'm a Taurus Sun and Venus, and we're going to get our message for the day. Before we do, I want to let you know that, yes, I am available for personal readings and Reiki sessions. I want to thank you for all the beautiful reviews you guys have put up on the booking site. I've been putting them on the community page, so thank you for those. And I want to talk about the inner child distance Reiki healing, which I am now offering. And it is new, and it's an important time that we heal that inner child. So for the month of February, those Reiki sessions will be half off. So book in February. Again, inner child distance healing Reiki, half off. There will be a lotus flower here. Click on that at the end of the video and it will take you right to the booking site, or there's a link in the description box below you can click on. Once you get there, make sure you click book now and scroll the page that opens, because I have many different Reikis that I offer and readings, so I want to make sure you get the right one. With that being said, Taurus, let's see what's going on. Divine Source Creator, what is the overall energy for Taurus, please? What is the overall energy for Taurus? Show us clearly. What is the overall energy for Taurus? Show us clearly. What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy, please? Show us clearly. What is the overall? All right. Taurus, we've got transformation, absolutely, and closure. Wow. So I'm just going to say it. I mean, some of you really do need that inner child healing distance Reiki. You need to close that hurt. You need to transform from that. But there is something that is coming to an end here. It feels very much like something you're healing from. Now, that could be your inner child healing. That can be healing from a relationship. That could be healing from a way of thinking, healing from a way of being. It could be healing from a job that you got to let go of. It could be physical healing. It's going to be different for all of you. But this non-closure is what's holding you back from that transformation that you want and that you desire, right? It's being stuck in a loop of, do I dare say, pain in some sort of way. So this is one example. Some of you, it's much bigger, but I want to use a kind of basic example. Let's say, for instance, that you were at a job and they did let you go, they did fire you, they did lay you off, and you have all this resentment built up, right? You're just like, oh, I can't believe that I was so good to them, all this, and I can't believe they screwed me that way. And it's okay to have those feelings. However, when we sit in that kind of energy, we can't move forward. So you're going to have to find in your heart some forgiveness here. And this can be forgiveness for the person who fired you. It doesn't mean you're going to call them up. It doesn't mean you're going to call them up and say, hey, dude, I forgive you for doing what you had to do. But it is in your heart. Like, once you forgive, and that can go deep. I talk about it all this time on my channel because my life is supposed to help it resonate with you. A lot of you know this. My mother was an alcoholic, and she would say things like, you're never going to amount to anything. I don't know why I had you. And at the end of her life, once I had awakened and matured, I was able to forgive her. That did not mean that I was saying what she did was right and that was okay. But I could see it through a new set of eyes, if you will. And so I was able to forgive her. And that freedom for me was, I can't even put it into words, okay? There was such a sense of freedom. And I've had to do that in many situations in my life, right? But again, it's not about forgiving and getting walked all over. It's not that. It's about forgiving so that you can transform and you can move forward. And that can even be with yourself. A lot of times there are things that we have done in our past that we kind of reflect on. It pops its ugly head and we're like, oh, I really wish I didn't do that. You got to forgive yourself too, right? But you definitely need closure, and you need to have a new set of eyes. You need a new set of eyes, because we can talk about it over and over again, but until you truly do some sort of ceremonial ritual, this feels like, you won't have the closure. So I watched an episode of some TV show, and I can't remember what it was. This feels like forever ago. But it was kind of the same situation as mine, where her mother was an alcoholic, but her mother died, and she hadn't spoken to her, for a decade or whatever. But what she did do to forgive her and to forgive herself is she went to the gravesite of her mother and she read a letter she wrote. She wrote her a letter. Right now, not all of you are going to need to do a big ritual like that, but there are things that are very freeing that help us do this type of work in order for us to move on. Because there's something here. I don't know how well you guys can pick it up, but in the butterfly, all these circles with the dot in it, that looks like the symbol of the sun to me, because the symbol of the sun is a circle with a dot in it. And it's like your sunshine, your light, your ability to move forward is within the love in your heart to be able to forgive. And that's probably why a lot of you are still stuck. And I know a lot of you don't want to hear that, but it is. Right? We've got to close the old door. We've got to walk through the new door. So I do feel like you need a new set of eyes. You need a new set of eyes on this. And remember, forgiveness is never about the other person. It is about you. But that's what really is going to open up the doors for you. So let's see what we got in the tarot. Angels, guides, ancestors, show us clearly. What is the message? What is the message, please? Show us clearly what is going on for Taurus. Show us clearly what's going on for Taurus, please. Show us clearly. Yeah. You've got to make the decision. The Two of Pentacles, right? Twos are all about making decisions. And if you can give forgiveness to yourself or others spiritually, again, you don't have to call them up necessarily and be face to face with them. But if you can do that, it changes your 3D realm. And it really, really does. And I'm only telling you this from my own experience. It really does. There's something about where you can do this spiritual work, you can heal this energy that changes your 3D life. It changes your prosperity. It changes your outlook on life. It helps you make better decisions. Show me clearly, please. Yeah. Does not surprise me, right? Queen of Pentacles. And nurturing you, right? This is us. We are the Pentacles suit. We are very earthly. We are very kind. We are very nurturing. However, sometimes we forget to, one, nurture ourselves and heal our inner child. Two, we forget to be able to let go, but in a positive way, right? Let go in a positive way. Like you let go of that person, that situation, you have the closure, but you do it with love, right? You do it with love. Like, I wish you nothing but the best. Because that's what makes you a light worker. Right? So you've got to nurture this. You've got to take care of this. You've got to take care of you, right, in this transformation here. Show me clearly. What is the message, please? Whoa. Yeah. See? Aha, the Hierophant. Here we come. Right? This is a card of Taurus for sure. It's enlightenment. It's the wisdom. It is the forgiveness. It is, I want to bring joy into my life, but I can't have that joy if I'm holding on to that resentment or that hurt or that pain. We need to transform that. And if anybody can do that, it's Taurus. If anybody can do it, it's Taurus. It gives you more wisdom on how it truly works, how life truly works, right? And if you notice in this card, I love it. This Hierophant is laughing, joyful, having a beautiful time. It's not the serious Hierophant we see in other tarot decks. So your joy depends on having a new set of eyes. Show me. Oh, I thought that was coming out. Show me clearly. Thank you. Yeah, Two of Cups. Absolutely. Love that Two of Cups. Love to see that. It's Two of Cups really is truly a card of definitely living in your best vibration of love. Again, I just want to specify, because I know I'm going to get comments on it. This is not for the other person, okay? No matter what the situation, this is for you to have an ultimate connection with self, to heal self in order to transform. And then what happens, and it does happen, you get soulmate energy that comes in. Okay, now, yes, that can be in the form of lovers. You get the right romantic partner that comes in, the right job, career, right? I have a soulmate energy with my career, with tarot and psychic mediumship. The right home comes in, because I always say soulmate energy is, it's not limited to people. It's not limited to romance. Soulmate energy is that unique bond we have with certain things. And what is holding you back from that job, that career, that house, that car, that love, is the fact that something hasn't had the closure. So, for example, again, it would be like, let's say you let's say there's a car that you really want. There's this specific car that you really, really want, but you haven't healed the fact that maybe you were like me and you grew up with no money, right? So you haven't healed a money wound, right? Or you haven't healed, if it's love, it's because you haven't healed the love wound of not feeling loved unconditionally. So there's just something here that you really have to, I mean, you more than likely you know what it is, and it might be more than one thing too. But I'm telling you, once you put it to bed, if you will, once you put it to bed, then you open up for the sun. You open up for this transformation. You open up to live in a more loving way. Thank you. Yeah. Three of Wands. I love that. This really comes through as freedom for me. This is what unlocks you. Three of Wands is expansion. It is new horizons. It is also your ships coming in, so the things that you desire being able to come in now because you're not blocking it with those low vibes. I absolutely love that. Absolutely. Show me clearly. Yeah, this puts you back into balance. Look at the balance here with the Two of Pentacles, right? The sun energy, the earth energy, spiritual, 3D. I love it. Only you, because this is like you and your higher self with this Temperance card, only you can heal you. It's not anybody else's job to heal you. And I know this because I went through this with relationships, romantic relationships, always looking for some sort of savior in my youth, for sure. And it's like, the divine, your angels, guides, and ancestors say, you've got the power to heal yourself right now. And bringing that balance into your life, and then really being able to turn water into wine, turning a bad situation into a good situation, right? Turning a perspective on a bad situation to a good situation. Because going back to my own mother, people would ask me all the time, would you change it? And no, I wouldn't. I would not change it. I mean, I know that sounds like, oh, of course you would, Shannon. Of course you would. Yes, in that sense. But I would be not in the place of true joy, true bliss, true forgiveness if it wasn't going, if I didn't go through that. Plus, I signed up for it before I even got here, right? It was a soul lesson. But again, once you do that, look at the bottom of the deck. Look at all the offers that start coming in. Knight of Cups. Like true offers. Offer of a great job, right, that you love to do. Offer of romance. Offer of that soulmate connection, that house that you desire, right? I mean, it really does. And it's funny because, look, what was I talking about in the beginning? The letter that she wrote to her deceased mother. But in the end of the letter, she bitched. Don't get me wrong. She was like, you did this and this and this, and I can't believe you did that. And, but in the end of the letter, she goes, but I forgive you for all of it. And that's what helps transform her life. Show me clearly. What is the message for Taurus, please? What is the message for Taurus? Look at the sun and the moon. The balance is coming through as beautiful. I am open and receptive to the abundant flow of prosperity that the universe offers. All my needs and desires are met before I even ask. Yes, when you do the healing work, the abundance is then allowed to come in. So it's almost like you're blocking your own abundance because of those lower vibrations, which, again, we're not saying is bad. We're saying let's heal it. Let's heal it and let's move up. I love that. I absolutely do love that. So don't forget to like, share, and comment. I read each and every one. Book your personal reading or Reiki session here. And all of my love, light, and blessings to you until next time.